Welcome to a new edition of the Neon Jazz interview series with legendary KC-born LA-based jazz singer, pianist, and composer Betty Bryant on the 2026 album Nothin Better to Do. We caught up with this legendary artist to talk about an album that radiates the natural confidence of a seasoned club day where the music speaks for itself. This is an artist whose artistry has been shaped by decades of experience rather than trends. While at the age of 96, she brings a storyteller's instinct and a deep respect for melody to the session. Produced by Robert Kyle, himself a seasoned saxophonist and flautist, places her in a setting that is both intimate and expansive, featuring a group of top-tier Southern Californian musicians who know how to support a singer without overshadowing her. We cover this album, KC Roots, meeting Marilyn May, and so much more. Enjoy this interview. Betty, it's great to catch up with you. We talked in 2024. I want to begin our discussion with Nothin Better to Do with how did this album come about?
Okay, Alan Eichler is the executive producer. And he suggested the song because many, many years ago, he used to represent Patti Page, and she did it. Well, I had never heard the song before. It's a great song. So that's part of the lyric.
Absolutely. So I'm curious, just kind of a quick aside here. One of the other kind of luminaries that have come from Kansas City is Marilyn May, and she's in her upper 90s now. Have you two met? Do you know each other?
We don't know each other, but I met her last year because Alan, again, knows Marilyn. He couldn't believe that we hadn't met either. So she was here, and he invited me to go see her. And it was in fact, it was at the same club where I always celebrate my birthday. So I got to meet her just last year, and she's a year older than I am.
Wow. Yeah, she came through Kansas City this Christmas and just blew the roof off of the place. Met everybody afterwards, and it almost seemed like she had more energy than everybody else in there that was much younger.
That's funny.
You know, releasing a new album, looking back on your career, you're still going strong. How does it feel to just keep putting wonderful music out into this world?
It feels great. I don't think of myself in terms of how old I am. I mean, it kind of amazes me too that I'm 96. It doesn't seem real. The world has changed a lot, and I keep going, and that's sort of it in a nutshell. I have no intentions to stop, and neither does the world.
Yeah. So, how about live performance? What are you doing for shows to promote the album?
We hope to do an actual release of the album. It's been around since my last birthday, but we plan to do a release at Vibrato, which is Herb Albert's beautiful club out here, and we're doing that in June. No, it's in May, I think. Yes, in May. We're doing that. But I work once a month down at the athletic club downtown here in Los Angeles. So that keeps my fingers nimble. Everything changes. You know, the voice is not strong anymore, or not as strong as it once was. I probably play less piano because with the loss of sight, you know, I can't do anything stride because I can't reach. I don't know where my left hand's going to go.
Yeah.
So I sort of play more block chords and keep my hands close together so I know where everything is. So my style has probably changed because of that. But those are just physical changes, and they haven't stopped my enthusiasm for playing or performing, both playing and singing. So I'm doing all right.
Good. I would say so. So talk to me a little bit about the personnel on this album. I know Robert Kyle, but talk to me about everyone that's involved and how you selected everyone for this project.
Well, we lost our drummer that I really loved dearly, Kenny Elliott, last year or a year before. I can't remember now. But anyway, I decided I didn't want to just settle on one drummer. So there are a lot of different drummers on this album. That's the main difference. but they've all been really great, and I'm really happy with them. I don't know. We just got into a variety of things. And Kleber, who is from Brazil, I had met many, many years ago. And whenever we do anything that's going to have that kind of a bossa nova background to it, we call him in. So he's on it. The strings were added later on a couple of songs, and that was Rob's idea. He thought, get the title now. The title of the album, anyway, that song. He thought that strings would accompany that song, and it turned out just beautifully. I never had strings before. So there are a lot of little different things on this album that have not been on previous albums, those that I just mentioned. But otherwise, we sort of recorded it the same way we always do.
So, as we've established prior, and it's pretty well known, you come from Kansas City. Do you still have ties to Kansas City? Do you come here? How does Kansas City still fit within your within your life today?
You know, I have not been in Kansas City since my father died, and both my parents are buried there, but I don't have any ties there. I've never even seen the Jazz Museum. And one time, Rob and I thought about taking a road trip and going all the way back there so that I could see the Jazz Museum. And there's an iconic picture of me with Jay McShann and a few members of his band that I understand hangs there in the lobby. I've got the picture, of course, but I've never seen it because I haven't been back.
Yeah. Well, it's
Everybody
beautiful.
that goes back brings you back barbecue, and that's about
That's it. That's those are the main
that's the
things.
tie. Yeah.
Absolutely. So again, if anybody wants to get a copy of the album or they want to download it, how can they do that?
Through any way that you listen to music, you can get it like that, or you can go on my website or on Robert Kyle's website, and I think he has it listed there because I know he does almost everything for me. He's a wonderful producer and also a really really good friend. So he just sort of handles things for me. But those are the easiest ways, and there's always CD Baby. I think that you can still get them through there.
Well, I will put all these links in the show notes. Betty, it's great to catch up with you. I can't wait to profile this on Neon Jazz. So thank you again, and best of luck with this release and everything. It's always an honor.
Well, thank you, and thank you for finding me again.
Yes, it's been a joy. Absolutely. Thanks for listening and tuning into another Neon Jazz interview. We give you a bit of insight into the finest players and minds in LA, Kansas City, and spots all over the world, giving fans all that jazz. And thanks to Betty for a second time around here at Neon Jazz. If you want to hear more Neon Jazz interviews, you can find us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Subscribe to us at YouTube, and for everything Neon Jazz, go to the neonjazz.blogspot.com. Until next time, enjoy the jazz, my friends.
Neon Jazz.